So you're a Fidelity investor and you want to know what is the best 3-fund portfolio for long-term investing. I got you covered in this video. Stay tuned. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Talk Finances. If this is your first time at this channel, my name is Trey, and if you're serious about getting your money right, let's go ahead and get your journey started right now by subscribing and also hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. On this channel, we focus specifically on helping you get your investment portfolio together so that you can build that millionaire status in retirement or maybe even before retirement. If that sounds like something you're interested in, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. The 3-fund portfolio, or let's say the lazy portfolio, was created by Bogleheads, which is a mantra that was created for the late John Bogle, who was the creator and founder of Vanguard. Now, the lazy portfolio is a portfolio of which you don't really have to do much, all right? It's a fully diversified portfolio with 3 funds in it, and it's specifically for long-term investing. The general structure and makeup of a 3-fund portfolio is going to be either an S&P 500 or a total stock market index fund. That will be 1. Also, an international stock fund. That will be 2. And then also a bond. That would be 3. The first fund that you're going to be putting into this portfolio is going to be one of either 2 things, all right? The first one is going to be an S&P 500 index fund. And with Fidelity, you actually have 2 options. The first option is going to be ticker symbol FXAIX. Now, I'm not going to be doing the full breakdown of the returns 3, 5, and 10 years, but I will link it down in the description below so that you can go and look at that yourself. FXAIX has an expense ratio of 0.01%. Your second option in this place is Fidelity's Zero Large Cap Index Fund. Ticker symbol FNILX. And of course, its expense ratio is going to be a big fat 0. If you want to know a little bit more about Fidelity funds, of which I say 5 of them are funds that you should be looking into today, I went over it in this video, so be sure to watch that video after this one. Now, the second option you can go with instead of an S&P 500 index fund is a total stock market index fund. In this case, you also have 2 options. The first option is going to be Fidelity's total stock market index fund, ticker symbol FSKAX. Its expense ratio is 0.01%. So the second option is going to be one of Fidelity's zero expense ratio funds, all right? And that's going to be ticker symbol FZROX. And of course, its expense ratio is 0. You can go with any one of these funds and you would be absolutely solid, all right? You could use it as your core holding in your fund or your portfolio. However, for me, my love is always going to be a total stock market index fund because an S&P 500 index fund, although it does invest in those large blue cap stocks, so 500 of the largest companies, also the most successful companies in the United States, a total stock market index fund is also going to include those 500 companies, but it's also going to put in those mid as well as small cap companies. To give you an example of that, Tesla was once a small cap to a mid cap company. Earlier this year, as we know, they joined the S&P 500 and became a large stock company. So who knows when a company is going to turn into one of these mega companies. So you don't want to miss out on that growth, in my humble opinion. And because of that, if I could get a drum roll, or whatever, okay. My choice in this instance is going to be FSKAX. It's a total stock market index fund. Also, its expense ratio is already relatively low, 0.01%. It's like peanuts. You can choose any one of these funds and you will be good to go. The second thing we're going to be doing is add some international exposure. The first option is going to be Fidelity's Total International Stock Market Index Fund, ticker symbol FTIHX. Its expense ratio is 0.06%, which is still relatively low. As a matter of fact, it's lower than the market average of 0.08%. Your second option that you're going to have is Fidelity's Zero International Index Fund, and that is ticker symbol FZILX. As we know, expense ratio is 0. Now, in terms of performance, currently July 2021, international funds aren't really doing that great. For me, I don't panic about that. The reason being, I don't sit and watch the market every single day. All I do is allocate the money into those funds every week, and that's it. I don't really even watch to see what the market does, because one of the golden rules to investing is don't sit parked on your computer looking to see what the market does, because it's going to create an emotional response from you. And what you don't want to do is be emotional when you are investing. Although it is difficult to do, separate your emotions from investing and make good, solid decisions. And with that being said, by making a good, solid decision, if I had to make a decision off these two, I personally would choose FTIHX. The reason I'm choosing this one goes hand in hand with the reason I chose FSKAX. It just has a longer, outstanding track record, one that I would fully trust, and I would go with this one as well. So far we have two funds in our portfolio that consist of FSKAX as well as FTIHX. Moving along to the third fund in our 3-fund portfolio, aka the lazy portfolio. Investing is very volatile, or should I say the market is very volatile, all right? And because of that, you assume a lot of risk. So you add bonds into your portfolio to smooth it out. So what you will want to do is add a US bond index fund, ticker symbol FXNAX, to where the expense ratio is currently 0.03%, which is relatively low. So going over the 3-fund portfolio that we have managed to amass, the first fund that I would recommend is Fidelity's Total Stock Market Index Fund, and that would be FSKAX. Fund number 2, Fidelity's Total International Index Fund, ticker symbol FTIHX. And fund number 3 in that lazy portfolio is actually going to be Fidelity's US Bond Index Fund, ticker symbol FXNAX. And there you have it, guys. The key question here is, can you fully diversify with a 3-fund portfolio? The answer simply is yes. If you found this video to be helpful in any way, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Smash the like button and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any other content just like this one. As always, I would like to thank the men and women of this country who have served and who continue to serve. I greatly appreciate you all. So until the next video, guys, let's talk finances then.